All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Oilers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards that time and a first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Running with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On third down, it's Howard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They pitch out to Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
We're going, let's go. Going.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. On third down, Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Howard with his sights on a third straight 1,000-yard season to begin his career. Here's 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Here we go. Spurs. Let's just do me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Wide. Yellow. Rhino.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Yellow, yellow, Reed's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
A first down throw for Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DeForest Buckner coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Black.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rhino!
Third and long for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. On the toss play, Howard. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude, not persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Detroit!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll look to throw here. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, twisting away. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Done.
2nd down, Cousins. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Tight end right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Through. Go ahead.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Patriot!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. He'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Go ahead, go ahead.
On 1st and 10, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Rhino! Move! Move! Ringo!
Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Watch 10. Watch 10. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. We're going. Let's go.
Now Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Again, it's Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Back
to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Detroit!
A give to Howard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Check. Patriot!
They run with Howard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They toss left to Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really great play defensively. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly.
Right,
put it all
like
the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bears on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll escape to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Gone!
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Lucky 50. We're going. Let's go. Black.
Out of his end zone, Cousins going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Going deep for Diggs. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We're going. Let's go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Cook across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey. 4 down.
Where's your hot?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Cousins now from the 50. Going deep for Diggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 96 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You got 4.
Where's the hunt? Lucky 50.
No. Off.
Where's that?
They run it again with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
First.
Check 99.
Where's that?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Where's the hunt? Ringo. Where's that?
A give. This is Cook. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
The hunt. 180. Liz 50.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
The hunt. 180. Yellow. Reach in there. Yellow.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go counter with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They go with Howard again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team,